Hi guys, it's Moko here from TerrorByMoko.com, and I have I guess you can call this a quick video about the Ukraine-Russia conflict. This morning, it's 2/22/22, the magic date. I was listening to the Ukrainian president's, I think his name is Zelenskyy. I was listening to his address to the Munich Security Council conference, something like that. It's a pretty nice speech. He's very diplomatic, and I don't think that he wants a war. He wants peace. He doesn't want war, but he's also gently but firmly at the same time. He walks a very fine line. He's calling out Europe at the same time for not being as vocal about what's happening to Ukraine. So what I want to do is I want to look at these two men, so Zelenskyy, the president of the Ukraine, as well as Putin, president of Russia, ruler, whatever. And then I'm going to look at Biden, because his administration has been going hard, and people around the world has been telling the U.S. to chill, okay? So I'm going to look at that, and for some reason, I don't like reading on Trump, but I'm being drawn to read on him. You know, that's just his energy. So first, let's start with Zelenskyy. So Zelenskyy, see, I know that this card is going to come up with him. He wants peace. He wants peace. But let's look into him. Let's ask about his energy. He gave that speech on 2/19. And today is 2/22/22. So let's see, Zelenskyy, where are you? Now that, because I believe that Russia has sent troops over, although I'm pretty sure they already had troops there since Crimea, but whatever. Zelenskyy, how are you feeling, buddy? Oh, I can feel him. I can feel him. He wants help. He wants help, monetarily wise, but also attention. Because he was mostly, in that speech, he was mostly calling out Europe. He mentioned that Ukraine has been acting as like the guard dog that separates Russia from Western Europe. And it seemed like he was saying that we take all the brunt of what's happening with Russia and Eastern Europe, and you guys just don't do shit. So he's quite clear about where his grievances are. So let's see. What do you think of Putin, Vladimir? Damn. Oh, damn. Okay. And what do you think of potential? Oh, this wants to fall out. Yep. This wants to fall out. What do you think of a potential conflict, Zelenskyy? He still has hope that things can work out. So he's scared of Putin. Like, you know, like, come on, let's be real. He is afraid of him. He wants his country to be left alone, but he can feel the energy of a conflict coming on. And again, this Five of Wands dropped out, so this is another fight, another skirmish. This is an aggressive movement, very rash, someone who acts before they think. And I'm asking him, what does he think of Putin? This is someone who acts before they think. They're always aggressive, they're thin-skinned, they're highly reactive. And this is a skirmish, it's a battle, it's also confusion. So he's definitely picking up on that energy from Putin. Obviously, that's what he's picking up on. But I'm not seeing like a full-fledged war. This is more like, you know, gotcha type of thing. It's very quick. It's a flash in the pan. Obviously, when people die, obviously, you know, that's the end for them. So I'm not trying to downplay what's been happening. Actually, it's been happening, but I'm just saying that I don't see like nuclear bombs like a lot of people I see are talking about. These are skirmishes, not necessarily an all-out war. But Zelenskyy, he's still afraid, and he feels trapped, and he's like, help, help, guys, send us help, send us money, send us help. We need help. Please, somebody, please. So he, in that speech that I saw of him earlier this morning, he was adamant. He's like, listen, we've been taking a beating, and you guys, the European Union, because I'm pretty sure he's been telling Biden to chill and mind his business, but he's like, you European Union, y'all ain't doing nothing for us. So I asked, how does he feel about the upcoming conflict? He's still... So again, this, I feel like this is the union. These are discussions. These are talks, peace talks that people are having. He's not happy with it because he doesn't feel like folks are trying hard enough. He's like, you guys aren't trying. You're just bullshitting. But he still has hope that something can be worked out at the very last minute. I don't know how grounded in reality that hope is, but he comes across as a very kind person. Very kind-hearted. He doesn't want this at all. He's just like, we just had a plague, guys. Like, chill out. And that's the thing. So I mentioned this earlier in one of my many videos about the upcoming catastrophes around the globe, is that humanity follows a pattern. We have a pestilence or a plague, then a financial crash, and then a war, and then peace, and then it repeats over again. So I think, unfortunately, something like that is going to happen again. So, Vladimir, what's going on with you, buddy? I'm not a fan of reading on him. I'm sure a lot of people like him and a lot of people don't, but in terms of energy, like energetically wise, I feel strange reading on him. So I don't tap into him or Trump that often, because their energy can be a little bit heavy, but they're also charming at the same time. So I'm trying not to get sucked into that, especially with Trump, because you read on his ass once and he will follow you. I know that sounds weird for some people, but that's how I experienced Trump. Okay, so Putin, what's going on with you, buddy? Tell me your overall energy right now. Well, there's one of the war cards right there. I feel like Queen of Wands, let me ask if Queen of Wands is Russia. Maybe that's what I've been seeing in some of my downloads that I get when I meditate. Wands here, Russia. No, it's not Russia. I think that's mostly his energy. Well, first of all, actually, I think, let me check something else. No, it's not. So I think this is just his signature, but especially this emperor here, because that's how he sees himself. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was some bullshitting ass Roman or Greek emperor or ruler, reincarnated, and he's just trying to relive his heyday. But yes, strong leader. Emperor is dictator energy. Emperor is totally dictator energy. It can be loving. So I feel like, and I don't want to speak for Russians in Russia. I have a lot of Russian acquaintances, but we don't really talk politics. But I feel like many Russian people see him as a father figure, because that's who the emperor could be. The emperor is usually a father figure that's kind of strict. He kind of does whatever the hell he wants because he feels like his view is the correct one, and it's going to get it's not going to make everybody satisfied, but it's going to do something, so that's him. This is the Chariot. This is a military general who's moving forward, and this is the energy around him, this Queen of Wands, where he's like, I got this. This is his energy. This is his thing. Wartime is his thing. I won't say that he's like a chess player, because he's not. He's more physical than that. But it's his energy is similar to that. Someone who's good at creating strategy, but he's rash at the same time. No, he's not rash. It's just that he bulldozes over things. So he kind of ruined some of his plans because he's a little bit pig-headed. He doesn't want anyone else to tell him what to do, basically. All right, so why are you doing this, buddy? Hold on. Caught you in a lie. So all this talk, okay, let me just say something really quick. I am not somebody who takes someone's word for it. So if I see, like, I don't know, MSNBC, Rachel Maddow saying, Putin says this, no, I'm going to look at the video and watch it for myself to see what the hell Putin said. I get it straight from the horse's mouth, not a translator with a bias. And that goes for Fox, CNN, independent reporters, whatever. I think that's how people need to approach the news, to get it from the source and make up their own mind. So what I'm seeing here, Vladimir, he's been talking so much trash about the Soviet Russia was taken away from us. We used to be great, which Russia does have an amazing history, but he says we used to be great. We used to have the Soviet Union. I want to rebuild the Union. Bullshit. He's not concerned about rebuilding no damn Soviet Union. He's there for the money. That's it. He's there for the money. That's it. And even his, like, even if he wanted to rebuild the Soviet Union, it's not going to happen in his lifetime, and he knows that. He knows it. He's lying. So he's pretending here that, oh yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to bring people together. I want us to love one another as ethnic Russians and blah, blah, blah. We're so diverse, da, 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 da. Bullshit. He doesn't give okay, let me stop cursing. He doesn't give a hootenanny about rebuilding the Soviet Union. He's thinking of money. And I think he's actually working with, oh, I just heard Iran. He's actually working with, so this is like a partnership deal. This was planned. Okay, hold on. Let me ask if he is, because I can see this two ways. Interesting. So guys, this is going to sound weird. So I asked if Vladimir, if he is taking orders from somebody else, or if he is making plans with other countries to do this so that they could have an alliance and create money or whatever. It's definitely the latter. He's working with a few other countries. I heard Iran, just putting it out there, but he's working with a few other countries, planning things with them so that they can split money together, have their own alliances, and just make money. But the thing that's weird here is when I asked if he's taking orders from someone else, I'm getting a no. Now, this may be weird for some of you guys, but I have been doing angel work, and they do visit me from time to time, and they're telling me that he was supposed to be a force for good, but he abandoned what he was supposed to do. So he's not taking any orders. He's doing his own thing. This is one of the main cards that I have of an angel sanctioning you or watching over you. And here it is. He betrayed his purpose. He betrayed his order. He wasn't supposed to be like this, guys. So he did have orders, I guess divine orders, not from a human, but he did have divine orders. But he said, "Screw it, I'm gonna make this money. That's what I'm gonna do." So interesting, dude. Interesting. So let me ask. Let me put these in because they will probably figure. See, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yo, he switched sides. He switched sides. I'm sure this is going to sound weird to some of you guys, and especially when I upload this to YouTube, because you guys are used to me reading on celebrity bullshit. But this like, they're telling on him. He switched sides. He was supposed to be a force for good, but I guess he changed his perspective on what good is. Now he's on the other team. So then I asked Vladimir, do you want World War III? Yes. He wants to win? Yes. Yes, he does. Yo, he's nuts. This dude is nuts. He wants conflict. Like, he's totally, yo, man. I mean, I'm not saying that he's Lucifer or anything, but like, the story fits. he switched it up. He switched teams. He was supposed to be a force for good. But I guess he changed his idea of what good is. And now, he wants to bring death and destruction, guys. And he wants to be, so you know what I'm getting from him? I think he knows. Okay, I see what it is. So you guys remember that song? It's Kanye. It's from Yeezus, I think. I'm pretty sure it's from like one of the final songs on Yeezus, where he says that like something like the world is full of assholes. I'd rather, well, whatever. Basically, I feel like Putin knows that a big war is coming, and he would rather be the winner of that war than to be a force for good, I guess. So it's like, he knows that it's coming. He knows that it's an inevitability in his lifetime. So he's like, let me just go on the side that's actually going to win, but like win in a material sense. Yo, man, I really wish that I could remember that Kanye West lyric, because it actually fits. Where like he was saying there's some, you know what? Let me pause this so I can look up this freaking song. Okay, guys, I figured out the song. It's called New Slaves. It said, they're leaders and followers, but I'd rather be a dick than a swallower. Basically, that's basically the the vibe that I'm getting from Putin. He knows that this World War III is coming, and he would prefer to be on top. He would rather be the one to start it and win than to be swallowed up in it and lose. So, wow, I'm shocked that I picked up on this in this reading, and I'm not even like connected to him like that, but I don't know. Okay, so let's go to Biden next. So honestly, I kind of feel like I should read for the Biden administration instead of him as a president, because I really don't know how much of the decisions he's actually making at this point. So let's read on. Okay, so I'll read on how Biden feels in general, and then I'll read on how his administration feels about this conflict and how they plan to handle it. Although, Biden team Biden has been another one who has been quite clear about what they want to do. So first, let's ask. This wants to come up for some reason. First, let's ask Biden. Joseph. What's going on with you, Joseph? He wants to fight too, guys. Why? Oh gosh. So yeah, I'm seeing that he wants to fight. He's ready to go. What is going on with these men? This is like a dick measuring contest. It's like they're not even concerned about, I feel like the only one who's really concerned about lives is the Ukraine president, whereas everybody else is like, yeah, let's go. This is somebody who's like forging ahead. They don't have any sense. They don't really have any direction. And this is somebody who, I mean, it's not as aggressive as the Knight of Swords, which is why I think that Biden should just mind his business. Like, America really should mind our business at this point. But that's just my opinion. But the Page of Swords is somebody who, they'll fight if it's necessary. They'll get in there. And I think it's fitting that we have the Page of Swords because we're the younger country out of the three. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, we're the younger country. So, but there's also, you know, the Supreme Court stuff in his energy. So that's like, you know, OSHA, whatever, and choosing a new judge, and I think he's mostly irritated about that. So let's look at how America, Biden administration, how we feel about this Ukraine conflict. Let's go. Okay. These fell out. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Team Biden wants a war too. Like, these people are nuts, man. We just left Afghanistan. Not even like 5-6 months ago. Okay, how do y'all feel about this Ukraine conflict? Guys. Oh, guys. They want it. We want it. America wants it too. America wants it too. Man, we're another one or this country, the United States, we're another player in the world game that's deviating away from our purpose. Listen, these angels are heartbroken. I actually had an Instagram video. I didn't use any tags because I wasn't sure exactly what was happening, but I saw some of these same cards in that video. I'll put it in the description box as a link, but there, or in the caption. In that same video, it was like Archangel Michael was showing me that there's going to be a conflict or some sort of disaster coming up, and they're trying to delay it as much as they can. But it's like they were looking at humanity just disappointed, like what's wrong with you people? Y'all never learn. So I think the US, we're gonna jump into that. We're gonna jump into that mess. So let's see. These are beautiful cards. So I do think that the United States does want World War III, or at least the current administration does. They think that it'll be good for us, guys. They think that it'll be good for the home front, which, I mean, a case could be made for that, like what happened in the U.S. After Pearl Harbor was bombed, and how people came together, and the same thing with the United States, although some Americans, namely Japanese Americans, some German Americans, and after 9/11, Muslim Americans were heavily discriminated against. But, you know, the majority of the country came together to fuck up their lives. So in a weird sense, United States energy, Biden administration energy, they do want a war, but the reason why they want it is a little bit different compared to Putin. Putin just wants to fuck shit up, whereas the Biden administration, United States, they're like, war brings Americans together. This is sad. It's like they're telling me this country does really well when we're at war. And I'm thinking that they're saying monetarily wise. So let's see. Yes, we will. I mean, again, the last time I read on this on YouTube, I did see a global conflict happening, but I felt that it wouldn't be as bad and it wouldn't last as long as a typical world war will last for like years, almost like a decade or whatever. So yeah, we're gonna enter into some skirmishes. I'm pretty sure that this is much more than the Ukraine conflict. We're probably going to end up doing something with China, Australia, Taiwan, in the Middle East, blah blah blah, because this is like international skirmishes. So I think what they're also saying is that when we do enter this conflict, so it pretty much looks like we are. When we do enter it, the home front is going to be okay. We're going to go over there and screw up other people's lives. So, and here's the Emperor energy again. So it's like, there really isn't that much difference between the US and Russia, honestly. All right. Okay, now let's check in on Trump. Let's check in on former President Trump. Because I saw that beginning 2022, he's going to become more prominent while President Biden sort of like hides with his family. And I don't have a television. I don't have a television, so I don't get the full brunt of all this negative ass news, but I do see that he's making more television appearances and social media appearances, and more of what he has to say is coming out into mainstream audiences. So let's see what's going on with you, Trump. And I'm gonna read on you very briefly what's happening with you, Trump. Oh, is that his daughter? I think this is his daughter. And for people who have missed it, I don't actually see Trump as the next president. So I see him having a huge influence, but I don't see him as the next president. I saw a woman, and I felt that she could have been moderate or Republican. And I think eventually his daughter is going to run for something. I also think that Hillary Clinton's daughter, Chelsea, she's going to run at some point in her life as well. But the last time I checked, it was like Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley, and then the president daughter, what is that girl's name? Ivanka Trump, potentially. But we're a ways off, so things could change. So it looks like he's defending her, so she's probably in trouble with something. So he's trying to defend her, keep her out of jail. That is his favorite. So what do you think about this Russia-Ukraine stuff, Trump? He sees it as a money-making venture too. These freaking scumbags, man. And he's not the only one. He's not the only one. He sees it as a money-making venture. He's cool with it. Jeez. And this is another card of the mercenary, by the way. So let me ask him different questions because he's not in office. Interesting. Biden is showing up in his cards. I asked him if he wants to be president again, and he's not giving me an answer, but he's showing me Biden, and I always get this card for Biden. Biden is sickly. They're not telling me exactly what this is, but Biden is very sickly. Interesting that he would bring up Biden's health when I asked that question. So I don't know. I think he actually likes Biden, despite their prickliness the last time they were on stage together. I think he actually likes him. He would like to go up against Biden again, but it's like he feels bad for him because he's sick. So let's ask the big question. Will you run for president again, Trump? I don't know. I keep saying this. For some reason, I don't think he will be able to. Could be, transitions from this life to somewhere else. I mean, this is like, yeah, I think he's gonna have his own heart issues, similar to Biden. Yeah, I don't know. It's up in the air for him, but I feel like it's kind of a no. But it's something that we'll see. It all depends on his health, his heart health. Because I've said plenty of times that I do not think that he I don't think that he had COVID back in October. I think something was wrong with his heart. October 2020. All right, so let's read very briefly on the potentiality of a world war. Wow. You cannot make this up. Look at this. You can't make it up. So there are some good cards here. There are some good cards here. So I do think that conflicts will arise because this keeps showing up. And it does look like people are trigger happy. This is America energy. Stop it. Sorry, that's my cat. This is American energy. A lot of American energy up top. And how some people are like, no, we need to hold back. And they're like, no, we need to go forward. Then we have alliances between countries breaking. So these are governments, but alliances between countries that used to be friendly breaking. And then we have a decision here. So there is a decision, it still hasn't been made yet. Like clearly Russia and the US really want to have a go at it, but it hasn't been decided yet because we're going to get through some skirmishes. Then there's going to be a cool down. However, I've seen this so many times last year that there's going to be some sort of disaster that will pit countries against each other. I mean, it could have been COVID. That's the thing that's not very clear with me, but I don't think this is COVID. Normally COVID, coronavirus doesn't show up like this. This is like a calamity or something. So I think I mean, knowing humans, I think the answer is yes. But I feel like it's not going to be as bad as people think it is. It's going to be more like skirmishes and petty fighting that does result in deaths here, as well as alliances being broken, new ones being made, and disasters, ego clashes, all that stuff. So I do think that yes, it's going to happen, but it's just not going to be as bad as people are imagining, like cities being nuked off the face of the earth. I don't think it's going to be that bad. Okay, so that's basically it. All right, guys, so that's it for my Ukraine, Russia, America, World War III reading. I kind of feel weird advertising my services after this, but if you want a personal tarot reading, just go to www.tarotbymoko.com. You'll find a lot of stuff there. I read on psychic abilities, general readings, love readings, friendship readings, New Year's readings, blah, blah, blah. I'm also on Etsy if you're not comfortable buying from my website. I'm under the same name, Tarot by Moko. Just take out the spaces. You'll find me there along with a lot of reviews. So, I don't know. Hopefully cooler heads prevail. Hopefully we don't get into too many conflicts, but knowing humanity, that's a tall order. All right, see you next week. Bye.